Is there a role of each of yours you would love to see how someone would interpret it 30 years from now?
Wow, what a question.
Yeah.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Ladies, good to see you both again. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you.
I feel like by nature of these characters being so wildly different, I'd imagine that as actors, both of you have different experiences on the film in terms of what's required of you and your characters. So I'd love to know, what is something about the experience of the person sitting next to you that as an actor, you would just love to know what that would have been like? Something you would like to know what it would have been like to have played that opposite part.
Oh, that's very interesting. It is so different.
I mean, polar opposite experiences
of what we were going through. So anything, I would love to step into any scene as your character, just to know what it was like from the other side.
Yeah. I feel like also because there was so much that Mary's character didn't see that was happening behind her back.
Totally. We were just saying that, like watching the film, and every time I turned my head and she's being sort of glaring at me, I was just like, oh, I didn't know you were giving me that. That's what you were like. You were looking at me. I had no idea. But yeah, there's so many little, nuances that she was giving that I would love to kind of step into the mindset of. Yeah.
That's so interesting that I guess there would be moments if you're not actually looking at her that watching the movie for the first time. I never thought that was like a thing, but that's true.
Her face would like harden when I wasn't looking, and then kind of soften back up again when I would turn back around and things like that, which is so interesting to see.
That's amazing. Well, actually, in the spirit of looking at things from the opposite perspective, Maika, between Longlegs and Watcher and It Follows, I feel like you've been in situations where you're on the receiving end of the villain's actions in the film, and you're now getting to see the story from the villain's perspective. So is there a past movie of yours where you would have liked to know what it would have been like to be on the other side, like It Follows or Longlegs, from the perspective of the villain, now that you know what it looks like?
Oh, I would have loved to have been Longlegs. I would have loved to do that. Are you kidding me? Like, also just what Nick did. It would have been incredible. I mean, what a great villain. So that would have been a blast.
I'm just picturing just It Follows, but it's just you. It's just you in the distance.
Just me. Yeah.
That would be
that would be hilarious. I am the it. It's me.
I honestly, we laugh, but I'd watch it. I've seen worse. Sounds awesome.
Never say never.
Well, speaking of Never Say Never, obviously, this was an insanely popular film when it was released back in 1992. And actually, it dethroned Hook from the top spot at the box office. And I love Hook. So that's a big...
Wow, I
love
Hook.
That's a big deal.
Wow.
You know who doesn't love Hook? Is Spielberg.
Oh,
okay. I think I heard that. And also it wasn't as well received when it came out, right?
I think we're all right. We're just like the right age where like it hit. It's a great movie. Well, speaking of that, I feel like sometimes actually it's great to get a different angle or a different perspective or a different take, particularly after a large amount of time has passed. Is there a role of each of yours you would love to see how someone would interpret it 30 years from now?
Wow, what a question.
Yeah. Probably It Follows.
Right.
I feel like that'd be really cool to see how. I feel like when it came out, it was like such a kind of different new take on the horror genre, all because of David. The director is brilliant, but I just think it would be interesting to see what would be like
the new interpretation.
We probably need maybe more time. I don't know.
Right.
But anyways, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for me, it probably would be Scott Pilgrim, just because it was so like of a time, and we did get to kind of revisit it. We did like a little anime series 10 years on. Those were maybe more than 10 years. So we got to kind of see these characters progressing in that way. And I think it would be interesting to see them again 30 years on, and all of that, like either see the characters older or see the interpretation of those characters as they were.
Yeah, at that time.
But the sort of 30 years on version would be really interesting, because it was so kind of this era with the music and the style and all of that was so specific. So that would be cool to see the
especially with like how video games change. It would be cool just to see how they would Ladies, if you can't tell, I love you both. I love that. Thank you for putting up with my crazy questions. I was trying to throw you something you hadn't been asked 10,000 times. So I appreciate you. And thank you for always fitting me in your schedule. I appreciate you guys.
Of course. Thank you.
Good to see you guys. Bye.
Hi.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.